You all right there, buddy? You took quite a hit.
There is a great deal of pain, but I am better. Thank you for asking, Vine.
That's good to hear, pal. Captain's got big plans for us. He's gonna track down this Captain Nix, make us all rich.
Excellent. Unity credits will be most valuable.
Listen, I know the Captain could be a bit of a hard ass, but, he's got all of our interests at heart. If we track down the crew of the Vendetta for him and end them, he's gonna make sure that we all make out like bandits. How you doing, Kale? You gonna make it?
I am fine, Captain. Another week or two in sickbay, and I will be ready to perform my duties.
You goddamn right you will. I ain't paying you to lie around. You take all the time you need, Kale. Get yourself healed up. We're gonna find these sons of bitches, no matter what the cost.
Do you think we did the right thing signing on with him?
Time will tell, Kale. Time will tell.
Well, hello and welcome back once again to me, myself, and Die 5 Parsecs from home. I am, as always, your intrepid, well, I was going to say GM, but I'm not really a GM because this isn't really a role-playing game. This is an adventure game, a miniatures adventure game with some role-playing aspects, which, you know, you just saw with a little movie there. But, yeah, it's mostly a tactical miniatures game with a cool randomized narrative. Anyway, I'm Trevor Duval, and I'll be your host today. So thanks so much for joining me. If you do enjoy the content, please do hit like and subscribe. My previous video went gangbusters, so I think I'm reaching a new audience out there, which is very cool. Welcome to all you new viewers and subscribers, and welcome to all you new patrons as well. And for those of you who do want to help support the show, either by becoming a YouTube channel member or joining us on Patreon or all that kind of stuff, all the information for that is in the video description below. So, I've been doing some reading about the Unity setting, which is the setting of 5 Parsecs from home here. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's kind of like the Firefly setting, where it's Unity, which is like humanity, the semi-oppressive government of humanity has become very powerful, and a bunch of worlds and settlers and all this kind of stuff have spread off to the fringes of space. And I realized that Mara Mason, our wonderful, well, she's sort of a sniper. She was raised in the Orphan Utility Program, and she's a special agent of Unity, which means to me that she could be here for a number of reasons. Her motivation is wealth, so I don't think she's here on official business. I think maybe she's left Unity behind because she's trying to make money. So I suspect she's an ex-special agent. That could still afford her some interesting sort of possibilities going forward. I don't know if that's going to come up or not, but you know, these are part of the little narrative things that might influence the game. Anyway, so we left off last time after our team having gone to the crash site for the local government of Putnik 2 and retrieving the black box from the ship, having fought off a bunch of crazed abandoned. Kale was of course taken out, but they found a good surgeon and he will be in sickbay for 2 campaign turns. But in the meantime, let us go through the campaign events of turn 2. So the first step is flee invasion. Well, there's no invasion happening, so there's nothing to flee. The second thing is to decide whether to travel. Now, we have a bunch of patrons on this planet, as well as a bunch of rivals. So if we left now, we would lose access to those patrons. We don't really want to do that. In fact, we have a mission from one patron that is still good for another turn if we choose to take it. So I don't think we're going to leave the planet. I think we're going to stick around now. We go to the world's steps, which is the first thing we do is upkeep and ship repairs. Well, no ship repairs because the ship was mercifully undamaged by anything. However, upkeep is, oh, interesting. So we now technically have a crew of 7, which means it costs 1 credit for a crew of 6 plus 1 additional credit per crew member past 6. So it's going to cost me 2 credits. Ship debt. Well, we do still owe 16 credits on this thing, 16 Unity credits. You can make payments on your ship and you will be charged interest. We do have, I'm gonna make a little payment. I paid 2 credits and it would normally bring me down to 14 that I owe, but they charge me interest, so I still owe 15 on it. So much for escapism in your games. This is like real life. Pay for medical care. So Kale is in sickbay. We can pay 4 credits to remove 1 campaign turn from a single character's recovery time. Kale's gonna be out for 2 turns. We have 20 credits. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pay for the best surgeons that money can buy here on Putnik 2. Now Kale is only out for 1 turn, which is this turn coming up. All right, and assign and resolve crew tasks. So Kale can't take part of this because he's in sickbay. Jenna, however, is no longer lost. She found her way back on the mag rail system and managed to reconnect with the crew, to which I think maybe the captain has a conversation with her about, like, you know, don't ever abandon us before a mission like that again, Jenna. And she's like, I'm sorry, Captain. I don't know why she's some sort of New Yorker or something, but you know, whatever. We already have a patron mission available to us if we want it. And it's Jenna's patron, actually, in the local government. But that's not a real good mission because it's only +1 credit of danger pay. We could probably do better than that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to look for an additional patron, and I think the captain's going to do that. Is anybody training? Training to earn 1 XP, which means later they could resolve that. You know, if Vine trains this round, he can get an advance right away because he's at 6 XP. And if he trains, he could get 1 more. I think Vine's the big tough guy. I think we're gonna spend 6 points to get his toughness up to +1. Yeah, he hit the gym getting his muscles big. We could explore, we could track a rival. Again, I don't think the captain's ready to track down his rivals just yet. Repair your kit. We do have a fixer, which gives us, it's basically something that allows us to immediately fix an item. 1 piece of damage or destroyed personal equipment can be repaired automatically and at no cost. Oh, so we can do that at any time. Do we want to fix the damaged military rifle? Yeah, I'm gonna spend the fixer right now for free, and we're gonna have an extra military rifle. But we're still determining who's gonna do what. So the captain's going off to find a patron. Vine was training. Is Jenna gonna go off trading again? I think maybe Jenna got spooked. Yeah, you know, she's gonna get back on that horse, doesn't she? Okay, she's gonna go trading. We don't need to recruit and explore. I think Stein and Mara are both gonna go exploring. And I think that we're gonna send Kathria Rezal on a decoy mission to prevent the rivals from finding us, just in case, because we don't want that yet. Even though our captain, Ryson Ganymer, he's going after these pirates that left him for dead, I don't think he's ready to find them yet. So, first of all, find a patron. We still have Jenna's patron, and we have this new patron of Rusov Palatan, which is the government agent that hired us last time. 4 + 1 is 5. So we found a patron to hire you from a job. Just 1 patron, though, however. Let's find out who this patron is. A corporation. Now, in the 5 Parsecs from Home supplemental that Modifius was good enough to send me, thank you, Modifius, there is a cool little corporation name generator table. Galactic Resources. And what is the danger pay going to be for this one? +3 credits. Oh, this is potentially very good. Very, very good. They need it done this campaign turn, so there is some urgency to this mission, whatever it is. And are there additional benefits, hazards, or conditions? Yes, there is a single benefit, which is paid out only if the mission is a success. And what is that benefit? Connections. You would gain a rumor. Remember we found that sort of treasure map in the case of the military rifle last time? I think that when the captain goes to talk to this corporate agent who's offering a job, I think that that comes up in the conversation, and that gets the corporate agent's interest, and he's like, this map seems to be to a certain planet. Galactic Resources has a field office there. I may be able to point you in the right direction. So if they do the job, then another piece of that puzzle's gonna come together, and that could lead to a cool quest. Cool. All right, is there any hazards to this job? Oh, there are hazards. Oh, again, it's private transport. So the corporation Galactic Resources is offering, we will ensure that you will be traveling privately in our own vehicles. You won't have to worry about anybody knowing you're doing this. In fact, we want to keep this on the down low as much as we possibly can. So it's going to be another private transport, which means if you have rivals, they cannot track you this campaign turn. Great. And finally, is there a condition to the job? No, there is no condition to the job, which is interesting. Okay, now we don't know as of yet exactly what the job is, because we find that in the next phase, but I think that, Captain Ganymer has this conversation with this corporate suit in an office high above the busy marketplace of this world. Well, since you seem to be willing to part with so much
money and information, you might have yourself a taker. I'll get back to you.
And it goes down back into the marketplace. So that is that. Trading. So Jenna went alone to trade. So Jenna goes into these big, busy markets of Putnik Prime, and she is going to see if she makes any interesting trades. Basic supplies. Ship upkeep costs for 1 campaign turn, a single use. And this world has busy markets, so if anybody's trading, we can roll 2 credits for an additional roll on the trade table. We're gonna spend 2 credits, because this is where you can find some good stuff. Hot tip, gain 1 quest rumor. Maybe she's looking at another armory, and she's looking at, procuring some more weapons or something, and she happens to ask the proprietor about this scrap of map they found, and maybe he's like, oh yeah, no, I know a little something about that, and if you want to go there now, gives her this hot tip. We have Stein and Mara who are out exploring. What does Stein discover out there in the city? I don't have a gambling problem. Discard 1 item from the character's equipment or crew stash. Oh no, Stein turns out he's a bit of a gambler.
So Stein's out there, and he's, he sees a little card game going on. He just can't help himself, and he goes in there, and he winds up losing something,
either from the stash or from his own personal. Well, I don't think he's gonna bet his steel boots or his pistol, so he's gonna bet the crew stash instead. The fool! He's gonna lose the booster pills. Well, people aren't gonna be too happy with him for that. Mara is also out exploring. What happens to her. Just needs a little roll on the gadget table, but the item is damaged and needs to be repaired before it can be used. So Mara finds something out there, maybe in the alleyway or something. 80 on the gadget table, she finds a sonic emitter. Any enemy within 5 inches suffers -1 to all hit rolls when shooting. Ooh, that is a great thing, but it is damaged. And I just used the fixture on the military rifle, damn it. I should have used it on that instead. No! Oh well, so that was the exploring, and now the decoy, but we don't have to roll the decoy, because if we take that job, then we're being transported privately, so we don't have to worry about the rivals. That was everybody. Now we assign equipment. Well, we do have this military rifle. I'm gonna give the military rifle to the captain. I might give the colony rifle to Jenna, so she's gonna have 2 rifles. Resolve any rumors is the next one. You may find rumors as you play. Well, we've already found 1. And look at that. It seems that the hot tip that Jenna got in the marketplace is the key to figuring out where this thing is, whatever the quest is, right? They're sitting in the ship's mess, and Jenna comes back and basically tells them this information that she found, and they're able to hover over this old map they find and realize, oh wow, this points to a particular location. They could go and get that. But I think the captain says that, well, the thing is, though, is that this amount of money we could make on galactic resources, that's more appealing, I think, right now. So I think they're gonna take that. I think they're gonna take the patron mission. So the captain goes back, or he puts a call in or something to the representative of Galactic Resources, and he says,
we're gonna take you up on that job offer. What exactly is it?
First of all, we determined the deployment conditions of this corpo job. With the 12, there are no particular conditions. Any notable sites in the area, whatever that area turns out to be, 05, nothing special. Now we determine the objective. It is a patron mission. Deliver. A crew member of your choosing is carrying a package. The package must be delivered to the exact center of the table. If the carrier becomes a casualty, roll 1d6. On a 1, the item is destroyed. Otherwise, it can be picked up by spending a combat action at the location they fell. If you drive off all enemies, you win as long as the package is undamaged. So either we get the package to the center, in which case we win, or we kill all the enemies or drive them off and the package is undamaged. Who's the enemy here?
Hired muscle.
Who's trying to stop us? It's unknown mercenaries. They have a special rule. Let's just call it a day. If they're down to 1 or 2 figures remaining, they will accept ending the fight at the end of any round. Once the corporate representative understands that Captain Gannimer's interested in the mission, he says, excellent, excellent. Luckily for you, the objective of this mission is simply to deliver a package here in the city. It is in a quarter of the city that is not exactly the safest. You should find very few locals about. Even they know to avoid the area, especially at night. Nonetheless, we have reason to believe that this package is of great interest to a rival corporation, which has hired a group of mercenaries to stop any attempt to deliver it. We will drop you off at the edge of the city district. You need to get to a corporation's safe house, which is in the center. I'll give you the description of it. Once there, you must deposit the package in a very specific locker. Captain says, all right, we'll take it. And so with that, they gather their gear, they get in the private transport of galactic resources, and they are shuttled through the city, the nighttime streets of the city, until they arrive into a broken down and dilapidated area of the city that is almost utterly deserted. But they know that the quiet of this district is going to very quickly be shattered by the sound of gunfire as they defend themselves against these unknown mercenaries trying to get this package to the center. Let's go to the table. This video is brought to you by Broken Anvil and their new campaign, Forged, live right now on Kickstarter. Forged is a massive campaign full of high-quality, low-cost tabletop miniatures and original 5e compatible content for gamers and hobbyists everywhere. Forged includes beautifully sculpted 28mm heroic scale pre-assembled plastic miniatures, as well as 5e compatible content. And there are some truly fantastic goodies waiting to be unlocked. You can choose the Heroes box, which features an exciting array of brave and daring characters. Or you can choose the Encounters box, with its squads of formidable enemies and impressive foes. Backers also have the option to get both these heroes and enemy squads with the Adventure box. And for all you do-it-yourself folks out there, Forged also offers an Adventure STL bundle, so you can 3D print these models at home. But if you want the very best value this campaign has to offer, then pledging for the Forge Masters bundle will get you all the minis in the Adventure box, plus the 5e Adventure module, plus the Creature Compendium, plus the 7-piece Dragon bundle, plus the 45-piece Terrain bundle. That's a whole lot. And you'll be able to get even more as this campaign grows and unlocks more and more minis. By supporting this campaign, you'll get an incredible deal on a ton of Broken Anvil's creations before they hit retail. And you'll be helping the BAM team achieve their dream of making these minis a reality. The campaign is live right now on Kickstarter. You can see it all for yourself by checking out the links in the description below. So here we are at the table. This is the abandoned city sector. Here, right there, that is the center of the table. That is a locker that they have to put the package in. The package, by the way, is going to be represented by this bead right here, so that'll go to one of our guys. Okay, so the mercenaries, I determined that there were 6 of them. 4 of them are regular dudes with military rifles. They have a tactical AI, which means they're going to move in a particular way. They have a panic of 1 to 2, a move of 5, and combats of +1, toughness 4. So these guys are significantly more tough than the crazy abandoned folks that we dealt with last time. One of them is a specialist here, and that specialist has a hand flamer, which is a brutal area weapon. And then we have the lieutenant, who also has a blade and a military rifle, but the lieutenant also gets an additional +1. So the lieutenant's combat is at +2. So very, very, very dangerous. They are tactical enemies, which means they're going to be divided into 3 groups of 2, basically. Teams are placed 8 inches apart, and team members should be 1 to 2 inches apart. They'll advance at half speed, always retaining cover when possible. Their move is 5, so I guess half of that is 3, rounding up. I don't know if there's a rule for that in here or not. They will attempt to close to within 12 inches of their opponents, then will move to outflank and get clear line of sight where possible. If within 1 move and possessing higher combat skill, they will enter the brawl, otherwise they will fire. If they have a clear shot and in cover, they will remain in place to aim, and tactical enemies will attempt to remain within 3 inches of a friendly figure whenever possible. Meanwhile, our guys deploy on this side of the battle. We also have to determine who has the package. Okay, well, who's the toughest of our group? You know what? I think Vine is going to be the one holding the package. We're going to put him here with the package. We've got our sniper over here, so she's going to try and... I think she's going to start here. Actually, let's keep the captain and Vine and Stein together because they're all fairly tough. I think Jenna and Catherine are going to start here. The first thing we see if we can do is seize the initiative. So we roll 2d6 and add the highest savvy score of any member. We are not outnumbered. When fighting opponents from the hired muscle, modify by -1 because they are very much more prepared than us. The highest savvy is 1. That's got either Cathria or Stein. So we're going to roll 2d6 plus 1 for Savvy, minus 1 for this. It's just a straight up 2d6 roll. We're looking for 10 or more, and if we get it, we can take the... No. Okay, so we do not get the free round or anything like that. Now we go to the reaction roll. We roll our dice and we assign reactions on their reaction scores. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well, we've got 2 ones, which is good. That can go to anybody. Nobody yet has a reaction of 3 or more, so only 2 people are going to go first. Well, I think I want Mara to go first because she's a sniper, and I think I also want Jenna to go first because she also has a long-range weapon, which means that everybody else ostensibly just kind of goes on 6s. So let's start over here with Mara. Mara, the special agent. Or ex-special agent. We're not really sure. Maybe she's undercover. We're not really sure. She can go 4 to here. She's not really in cover if she goes there, but she would have a shot. Well, no, you know what? If she wants to fire, she's going to have to move out into the open, which is kind of a dangerous place to be. But if that's the case, if she does move there, she would have quite easily line of sight on this guy right there, which is a regular dude. Can she hit the... Can't hit the lieutenant. But she can take a shot at him. Now, she did move, and she's using a heavy weapon, which means she'd be firing at minus 1. Yeah, she's going to move and fire. Her combat is 0, so she's just rolling with a minus 1, and she wants to get 5 or more, and she misses, unfortunately. Over here, we've got Jenna. Jenna also is going to want to move and take a shot, but it's really hard to see those guys there behind. Just impossible cover. So she's going to move her 4 here, I think behind cover here. And does she have a shot? Oh, it's really impossible. I mean, you could just barely see his shoulder. I'm gonna rule that that's not even... Well, you know, the book does say, give the shot, but make it undercover. So she can hit him, possibly, because she does have the hunting rifle, but she basically needs... Oh no, because she moved as well. So she can't hit him, because she moved, she's at minus 1. She needs the 6 to hit, she can't. She's lumbering along with her hunting rifle, trying to get into position, crouching behind this barrel here. So this unknown merc here, his speed is 5. I think he's going to move into cover here, put him basically here. He's not able to fire at a target, so he's going to dash another 2. He's going to get behind that table there. Meanwhile, the lieutenant here, he also has a move of 5. She's there, but there's no cover in this long hallway, which is a bad place to be. So he's going to move his 4 and 5 and put him right there. I think he's also going to dash, and he's going to dash up there. Over here, the flamers and such, well, they heard a gunshot over here, so I think he's going to move 5, which is there, and then he's going to dash 2 to there. This guy is going to follow him, 5, and a dash of 2 to there. Over here, the question is, we know that this guy doesn't have line of sight, but he is going to move his 5 up to here behind cover of this table, and there he may have a hard shot to hit Jenna, and in fact he does, but it's through way cover. So he is going to take a shot. He's going to need 6s or more, but he does have +1. So he rolls with his military rifle with 1 shot. Oh no! And he hits Jenna. All right, what's the damage of this thing? It's 4 against Jenna's toughness of 3. Jenna is taken out by a blast of fire from the military rifle. Ooh, a bad opening. And then this guy moves here as well. He likes the sound of that gunfire. He's going to stay close to him because that's what they do. He's going to move from there to there. It's 5 inches. Can't really dash, and he'll be in the open, and they are tactical, so they're not going to do that. Which brings us to the slow phase. Oh, bad stuff. Okay, over here, Cathria. She has a move of 4. She does have a military rifle. If she can move to this area, she can take a shot. 4 puts her right there, behind cover, right by Jenna's fallen body. We hope Jenna's not dead. And she does have a shot at that same guy. She's gonna blast off with her military rifle. This is not a heavy weapon, so she can fire. Range 24, no problem. He's behind cover, so this is gonna be a 6-up hit as well. She has a +1 combat roll, and 1. She didn't aim, so she can't re-roll that, so she blasts off. Bullets ricochet across that table, smashing glass and metal and all kinds of stuff like that. That was the end of her. Let's deal with Vine. Vine's got to get the package. I guess maybe I should have given the package to the fastest person. Vine's got to get the package. His speed is 4, so he is going to move 4 to here, right at the door, and then he's going to dash another 2, which puts him there with the package. The captain, whose move is 5, he's a little faster. He's going to go right there, and I think he's going to dash as well right in front of Vine there, like that. You know what? I think Stein's got to go and try and support Katria here. So Stein, he doesn't really have a shot if he goes. He's got a speed of 5. He's fairly quick, though, so that's going to put him right there. Does he have a shot? He can see him from here, but I don't think he's anywhere near range. Not within range, so instead he is going to dash to cover behind her. And that is the end of all of our slow reactions, which means we now go into morale phase, but none of the enemy lost morale. But we lost one of ours. Very, very bad. Round 2. Here we go, our reaction phase. All right, what do we got here? We've got 2 1s, so 2 of them can go first. No, I'm going to give Kathria 1, and I'm going to give the captain 1. And the rest of them go on 6s. They don't actually go on 6, I just mark it 6 so I can tell at a glance. They just go in the slow phase, that's all that matters. So the first one we're going to deal with, I think we're going to deal with Kathria here. She's going to take a shot. She needs a 6 to hit, but she's +1. No. Oh, but you know what? She didn't move. So that means she's aiming. She fires again. Yes! Awesome. So she hits. Hits this guy. He's a regular dude. She rolls with a no bonus against his toughness of 4 and takes him out. Which is great. They're going to have to do a morale check there, which is fantastic. So that was Katria. She is done. Meanwhile, over here, the captain is going to get himself set up. He can move 5. Side of this door, so 2 would put him there. Does he have a shot there? He could just see that guy with the hand flamer from there. He moved, 3? And then he's going to move another 1 up to here behind the cover. And he's going to fire at that guy, who also will have cover of the wall. Our captain now rolls at +1 with his military rifle. He's looking for 6s. Behind cover means he will miss. Bullets ricochet down the hallway like that. And that was all the fast turns. Now we go to the enemy. Well, this guy's going to move toward the enemy, but he's going to do it in cover. He's going to move. You can leap over things up to 2 inches as part of their movement. So yeah, he leaps. You can go 5, which is there. He leaps over here, which does still keep him behind cover, and he is going to blast away at Katria because he does have a pretty clear shot. This is not within 6 inches, so she's within cover. He's rolling for 6s, but he gets a +1. 5, just misses. Bullets ricochet off of there as well. That was him. Over here, let's deal with the hand flamer. Now, the guy with the hand flamer, his range is not great. His range is, it's 12. Oh, we are within 12, which means the guy can move 5, and he's gonna move 5 to cover behind this desk, and then he's going to blast a jet of flame over at the captain, who is behind cover. Now, this weapon, focused end area. Focused means you have to attack all of your attacks because he has 2 rolls. 2 rolls against that guy, but if there's anyone within, I think, 1 or 2 inches around him, which there's not, they would also do an additional attack on them. So he's not within, oh, yes, he is now, because he moved up. He is now within 6, so he's within 6 inches of cover. So the first one, he also rolls with a +1. Oh, no, the first shot hits. What is the damage of the hand flamer? It does +1. Oh my god, this could be it. Against Reisenganimer's toughness of 3. Oh no, Reisenganimer is taken down. The captain is out of the fight. Ah! Brutal, brutal, brutal. Everyone wanted more narrative, and I kept thinking, the captain could die at any time, and then where's your narrative? Your narrative, you telling a story about a dead guy. We don't know if he's dead. He might not be dead. Okay, meanwhile, oh, this is bad. This is bad. They could lose this fight. And then 5, that puts him right there. He doesn't have a target, so he is going to dash 2 over here. Well, actually, no, he's going to dash He wants you to remain in cover, so he's going to move here and remain in cover there. That was him. Over here. Well, our lieutenant is going to move. He's going to move towards the closest, which is over him. So he's going to move his 5, which is there, and he's going to dash 2 more, which puts him there. This guy as well is going to leap over and basically puts him right beside there as well. Nobody has a shot, and they've dashed, so that is the end of the enemy turn. Now we have the slow turns. Well, let's start. Ooh, boy, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Let's start with Vine. Vine has an infantry laser with a great range, and he's got a battle visor, which means he re-rolls 1s when he's shooting. It's like he's always aiming, which is great. So he should move. He should move his 4 to there, I think, because those guys are right there. Yeah, he's got to stay behind cover, but he is definitely going to at that flamer guy with his infantry laser. The guy is not within 6, and he's behind cover, so it's going to be a 6-up shot, but he does get +1. 5 + 1 is 6. He does hit the guy with his infantry laser, and the guy's toughness is 4, which means he only stuns him. I mean, stun is still good, but it also knocks him back 1 inch. Fortunately, he's still in cover that way, but he's stunned. Okay, over here with Stein, well, he also has a shot. It's going to be in cover. It's within range of his hand laser. Yep, he just gets a straight-up shot at 6 or more. Does he do it? No, if he had a bonus, he would have, but he doesn't, because he doesn't have a combat bonus, so he misses with his hand laser. And that was him, and this just leaves us to Mara. Mara knows the enemy is there. She has a movement 4. Well, you know what? Climbing through a window costs 2 inches. She could move 2 inches here, and then it costs her 2 inches to put herself there. That is in cover. She will have a shot at the lieutenant from there. Now she moved, she's gonna be a -1. This is still not within 6 inches, so this is gonna be a 6-up shot. Oh, that's kind of dangerous for her because she's now within 9, so her stealth gear doesn't count for if he decides to shoot at her. But she's got to try, so she's basically got a 6 up at this guy. 1, she doesn't aim because she moved. She was -1. She couldn't have hit him anyway, but it's fine. That is her round. Now we go to the end of round. Morale. Their panic range is 1 to 2. One of them had got taken down, so none of them panicked because I rolled a 4, which brings us to the next round. There are now only 4 heroes. 4 heroes left. Here we go. Oh no. Okay, well, Mara has reactions too. Just Mara, so Mara has to take the 2. The others are all in the slow phase, so Mara can go first. Well, now she still has the attack, or she still has the bead on the guy right there through cover, but she can hit him. And she's aiming, so she can re-roll 1s. She needs to roll a 6. Unfortunately, she misses. That is the end for her. And the quick phase, which goes to the enemy phase. Let us deal with this guy first. So his half move is 3, which is going to put him 1, 2, 3. Going to put him right there. So he is still having cover from that because he's kind of crouched down. He does have a shot at Stein in this case. He's moving, so no aiming. He fires. Stein is behind cover and more than 6. So does he roll? 1, no aiming, so he misses. That was him. Okay, the flamer. How far is the flamer from our guy? Oh boy, Vine is still within range of that flamer. This is brutal. He is behind cover, so that's going to be a 6-up shot, but there's 2 shots with this flamer. Oh my goodness. So he's got 6 up, but he's got +1. These guys are so tough. Oh my god. So he's not moving. He's aiming, which means he could re-roll 1s. And okay, well, that's a hit. That is a hit. And the damage of the flamer also does +1 against Vine's toughness of 4. 3 + 1 is 4. No! Okay, well, Vine is taken out. Oh, terrible, terrible. And the package as well. If the carrier becomes a casualty, roll a 1d6, and on a 1, the item is destroyed. It's a 3, so no. Otherwise, it can be picked up by spending a combat action at the location they fell. Oh boy, bad. Bad news. The package is there. This is awful, awful, awful. Okay, that leaves us to this guy. So he's going to move towards the closest, and I think Mara's the closest here. So he's going to move 5 and stay in cover. He moves here. Does he have a shot at Mara? Does he have a shot at Mare? That sure looks like it, but it's through cover, and it is a 6-up, but he gets +1, and he rolls 5 + 1 is a 6, which means she gets hit, oh no, by this machine gun, and it doesn't do a damage, so against Mara's toughness of 3, 6 is an automatic casualty. Mara is taken out. This is a bloodbath. This is awful. I feel like I might be doing something wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm just following the rules. So those guys have gone. Now these guys are going to go. Well, they now are going to move towards the closest enemy, which in this case is all the way over here with Katria. Boom. It takes 2 to climb through here, so that's going to be a total of 3 for him to get through here. And then he's got another 2 moves, which he's going to go... He's going to try and flank them, so he's going to move 2 here. He's going to dash a further 2. There's no rules about the enemy trying to pick up the package for themselves, although that's really what he would do, based on the setup I had, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that was him. And then this guy is going to go 4, 5, and he also is going to dash 2 behind cover there. Brutal. Okay, morale phase, the enemy lost nobody, so we go back to, oh no, there's just the 2 of them. Just the 2 of us. I can get shot if I can, just the 2 of us. Oh, okay. Okay, well, this is terrible. Stein has reactions of 1, and Katria has reactions of 1, which means they're both in the slow phase. How wonderful. The enemies go first. He's got +1, Stein has 0, Katria has +1. So he is not going to try and charge her because she has, he doesn't have a greater combat value. If he did, he would try and get in there and charge her within a move. But instead, he's not going to do that, so he's going to sit here, he's going to take a shot at, it has to be Stein. And it's a 6-up shot, but he gets +1. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is a slaughter. He hits Stein, his toughness is 4. He gets a 1, so Stein is stunned. Guys, what happened? Stein is stunned and knocked back an inch. Ugh, brutal. Okay, that was him. We'll go, we'll do the flamer guy because he's not in a position to shoot, but he is going to move 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. And then he's gonna dash another 2, which puts him there. This guy is gonna try and go, he's gonna go 5 over here, and he's gonna dash another 2, which puts him there. This guy has an open door. Oh, you know what? They might actually have a line of sight. Is it possible they have a line of sight from this? No, not quite, but he will if he moves in here behind this thing right there. And this is a lieutenant. This is the tough guy. And he will... Yes, but of course it's through... I'm going to count that as cover. So he gets a 6-up shot with his military rifle at Katria. He's rolling it +2 because he's so awesome. Okay, 1, which means the miss. He can't re-roll because he moved. So he misses, fires a barrage of fire over here. And that leaves this guy who I think is going to... let's see, he's going to move half and stay behind cover if he can. That'll put him 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to dash behind this table here. Hunker down behind. Okay, now it's these guys. So here's the thing. They might want to escape. They might want to get out of here because they're going to die. This is awful. Okay, running away. You may abandon the fight by moving crew off any battlefield edge. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what to do. They're being just set upon. I don't think they can win this. You know what? All right. In the tradition of determining things randomly, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna say there's a 30% chance they stay and fight. Haha! 59, no. They decide discretion is the better part of valor. Cowardice is the better part of valor. And they are going to run. He uses he's stunned, but he's gonna, one action. He moves off the table, she moves off the table, and that ends the battle, and they do not hold the field. Oh my goodness, that was brutal. All right, well, let's... Let's see who's still alive. Let's go to the post-battle phase. So as we go into the post-battle phase now, I remember just now that I had story points. Story points I could have used. Well, that could have changed the outcome of this whole thing, but I forgot, so there it is. Bummer. I can still use them for bad things that might happen here, and I think bad things might happen. So, if you fought an opponent that is an arrival and held the field, we did not hold the field. We got run off the field. Patron status, we did not succeed in the mission, so we can't add them to our list of patrons. Determine quest progress, we didn't fight a quest. You earn 1d6 credits in pay, loot, bounty, or salvage, so we didn't win the mission, we didn't complete our objective, but we still get paid for the attempt. So that's nice. That's nice. How many credits do we get for this pathetic attempt? 2. If you did a patron job, add the pay bonus to the danger pay. Do they still pay danger pay if... danger pay is paid even if the mission fails, but only if the mission is attempted. So in this case, we do get an extra 3 because we attempted the mission. Apparently the corporate contact, is willing to admit that this was a terribly dangerous mission. So another 3 for us. But he is not going to be happy with us. He's not going to hire us again. And who can blame him? We did not hold the field, so we cannot find anything on the battlefield. I don't think these guys were an invasion threat. They were just mercenaries. No. Gather the loot. Well, it's very possible that Katria and Stein might have grabbed something on the way out. So they do roll on the loot table. A cling fire pistol. I think this is a great gun. Maybe there'll be no one alive to use it. It's got a range of 12. That's got 2 shots with 1 damage. It's focused and terrifying, which means any target hit must retreat 1d6 inches away from the fire. This is a fantastic gun. So not a total loss, I guess. Not a total loss, but pretty close. All right, we gathered the loot, grabbed one of those pistols off the corpse of a dead mercenary, apparently. Determine injuries and recovery. This is the bad one. Any character that became a casualty in the battle must roll in the injury table below. Here we go. Let us start with Ryson Ganymer, our captain. What is his condition? 0-0. School of Hard Knocks, earn 1 XP. He learned something from this battle today, and he became more experienced because of it. Let us talk about Jenna, the first to fall in this battle. What happened to Jenna? Knocked out, no long-term effect. Great. Steinen is fine. Mara, what happened to Mara? 99, this is fantastic. She also has a School of Hard Knocks, so she gets 1 XP. Vine, what happened to Vine? Ooh, 26. Equipment lost. Random carried item is damaged. Well, he's got 2 of them. 1 to 3, it's the laser. No, it is the boarding saber. Maybe that was the flamer. Maybe it melted a part of the hilt or something. So that is it. So that actually was way better than, because I was terrified that they'd all be dead. Okay, great. So each experience and character upgrades, if they became a casualty, they get +1. So Ryson Ganymer gets +1. Jenna gets +1. Mara gets +1. Vine gets +1. Okay, and then survived but did not win is +2. So that is Stein. Kathria also puts her up to 5. First character to inflict a casualty was Katria, so she gets a +1. Okay, they can spend their XP on stuff right now if they want. Who can possibly buy stuff right now? Stein has 5. He could increase his speed or savvy. No, his speed is 5 and savvy is 1, so I'm not going to increase him. Mara has 6. Toughness is always good. She does have stealth gear. It didn't help her because she was attacked at within 9 inches. I think she's going to spend it on toughness. She does get a toughness of 4 now. Over here, Vine only has 2. Kale is in the sick bay, but he can still increase stuff if he wants. Kale had 6, which means he can increase his toughness. Right, because he got that +1 from the interaction with Vine. That's right. So he's going to spend that in +1 toughness, which is going to bring him up to 3. That is a really important thing for him to take because he is a precursor. And Kathria has 6 as well. She can increase her toughness if she wanted. You know what? She's going to do it because she's already got a +1 in combat. So she's going to spend the 6 on toughness, and her toughness is going to be 4. Now, that's amazing that they survived that encounter. They failed the mission, though. Brutal. Invested advanced training. I don't think we're going to spend the money or XP on that right now. Purchase items. You may pay 3 credits to receive a roll in the military weapon, gear, or gadget table. I think we have enough guns, but I might want to roll on the gadget table, so I'm going to spend 3. I think the gear is cool. Let's roll. Purifier. What does that do? Each campaign turn, the purifier can be used to generate clean water, which can be sold off for 1 credit. This does not require a crew member to operate, but only one purifier may be used at a time. So basically, we can, it's 1 credit a turn. So, yay. Well, we spent the money. The good news is we did find those ship supplies so that we don't have to pay out upkeep next round, which is good. Okay, so I think that's all we're going to do. Roll for a campaign event. One of the crew overheard something interesting. Add 1 rumor. Okay, the rumor that, oh, did we get the rumor? The benefit of the mission was gain a rumor if you succeed, I think. Benefits are only paid only if the mission is a success, so we don't get the rumor. But that was our campaign event. Our campaign event, one of the crew overheard something interesting. Maybe that'll be something. Okay, roll for a character event. Random character, we have 7. 1 is the captain. Okay, earn a little on the side, receive +2 credits. And then we check for the Galactic War progress, but nobody was invaded, so that is the end of campaign turn 2. That was awful. I mean, it was fun, but it was awful that they lost so badly. They just got their asses kicked. And story points. I have to remember story points next time because those are really important. That was tough. That was really, really tough. But, you know, they've heard a bunch more rumors. They now have a quest in front of them. But that brings us to the end of campaign turn 2. Thanks so much for joining me here. And if you do enjoy what I do here, please do consider supporting me either by becoming a YouTube channel member or joining us at Patreon, or at the very least, hitting like and subscribe or checking out the merchandise on our website, memyselfanddie.com. Thanks again. Super fun. Looking forward to campaign turn 3. Join me on the next episode of 5 Parsecs from Home here on Me, Myself, and Die.